welcome back. Wait. There. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today, I'm reacting to scary animations. The first video is called Behind Closed Doors. So let's get started. I've seen this one before. YouTuber reacted to it. You should watch him. His name is Mess Yourself. He reacted to this game. Was the hot pepper challenge. You should go watch
What's all this racket?
A monster!
A monster.
Over there! In the closet!
Enough! If I hear another sound from you tonight, there'll be trouble.
But a monster!
There's no such thing as monsters.
It's not true. There's monsters in this animation. Just remember, if you're too scared of really scary animations, don't watch this. Okay? Don't watch my video. No, I'm not. I've seen this video before, Dad. Disappeared.
Come on, Gregory. It's time for bed.
Oh, do I have to?
Yes, it's way past your bedtime.
But there's a monster in there. A monster in there.
That must be your father.
What's all this mess?
What mess? I've done exactly what you told me to do. Everything is tidy, just the way you like it.
Tidy? You call that tidy?
Everything's tiny, just like
Perhaps I should make myself more clear.
Please, you're just a little drunk. You don't know what
Little drunk, am I?
Don't hurt her. Don't hurt her.
Why are you not in bed? Go to your room. Now!
Man, I hate this when it happens. Like the wife and the guy, the wife and the boyfriend start fighting each other. Getting mad at each other. I hate it when that happens. It's just horrible. Because the wife always dies.
Just like your mother. Can't obey a single. Hey, get back here. Don't walk away from me, boy.
This looks like it's all puppets and everything. But
Gregory. You can't hide from me. There you are. Your face. You're a monster.
But there's no
Such
such
thing
thing
as
as
monsters. He was the monster all along. How is there two monsters then?
Gregory?
It's alright, Mother. It's over. He can never hurt us again.
Oh, that was creepy. Can't believe I watched that again. See if there's a jump scare at the end. Button Films 2009. This was made 2009. Wait, what is this? It's just... My name is Jeff. Reaction to... Nope. Scary animation. No, that's somebody reacting. The sad man.
Chef Warren, thank you. Next up, Chef Crystal.
Today I made caramelized panini with little...
Let's check this out. I hate you, ads. I hate you. Hitchhiking horror stories.
3 months after I turned 16 in 2005, I got my first car, a 99 Toyota Camry. On a warm Saturday night, when my friend Alex invited me over to one of his friend's big parties, I knew I wouldn't be in a condition to drive the Camry home afterward. So we carpooled with Alex's girlfriend, Brianna. We lived in the countryside of Virginia, meaning less big parties, meaning when there was a big party, it was a huge deal and everyone would go. We lived about 5 to 10 minutes away from this kid's house. I knew where he lived as I was acquainted with him, but not exactly friends. The whole ride there, we took the same 2-lane highway type road through the woods, and this kid's house was actually on this road further down. At certain points on this road, there were a few houses on either side, and then it would just go back to being a long, empty highway again. The house was tiny, like a lot of houses around the area, but the party was held outside anyways, since its closest neighbors were relatively far away, and noise wasn't an issue. I'll skip most of the party up until the point that Brianna, who was supposed to be our designated driver, had to suddenly leave for a small family emergency. Alex said it was fine and that we'd find a ride home. Well, fast forward another few hours and another few drinks, and I could barely even walk straight. I checked my watch, and it was like 2 in the morning. I figured it was time to go. I started looking for Alex, but I couldn't find him anywhere. In fact, it seemed like everybody I knew had already left. I could barely even think straight, but I was still furious at the fact that Alex could have actually left without me. I asked to use the party host's phone and dialed Alex's home number. After 2 tries, I gave up and then realized I shouldn't wake his family up. So, literally not knowing what else to do, I dizzily stepped out onto the road and began walking back home. I knew this walk would take anywhere from half an hour to an hour in my condition. Maybe after 15 minutes of walking down the road, the slight shine of car headlights on the road was fading in from behind me. Jumping for joy inside, I lifted up my arm and stuck out my thumb. As the car neared, it slowed down and came to a stop right next to me. The man driving the '98 Ford Explorer rolled down the window and asked where you headed. I told him my house was just down the road and beyond a right turn, probably slurring my words beyond comprehension. He chuckled and told me to hop in. I thanked him and joyously hopped into the truck. I was exhausted, and I remember completely disregarding things the guy was asking me because I was so close to just passing out. And that's what happened. The memories of being in that truck turned to a fog, as I'm sure I passed out.
What's happening? This is looking creepy.
The next thing I remember, I woke up still in the moving truck. The guy looked at me and laughed, but didn't say anything. I looked around and realized the road we were on wasn't familiar. I nervously asked, where are we going? He then said, so what were you doing out this late anyway? As the man answered my very straightforward question with another irrelevant question, the sobering reality of the situation hit me. You can let me out anywhere, I told the man. The man responded with a firm no. I felt like throwing up as he said that. No, I really actually felt like I was going to throw up. I started to gag as I felt more and more nauseous by the second. The man took his eyes off the road to look at me, and that's when I thought of the perfect distraction. I turned in his direction as I continued to gag, and he started to kind of lean away and slow down the car. Thankfully, I drank as much as I did because I finally threw up and made a point of doing it all over the man's lap. The man yelled in frustration and stopped the car, and that's when I took it upon myself to run for my life into the woods and duck behind a few bushes. The man came following into the woods with a flashlight, and on 2 separate occasions, he shined the light straight over me without noticing. Eventually, I heard his footsteps walk even further into the woods past me. That was when I ran back to his truck, but unfortunately, he was smart enough to lock it. By some miracle, I saw another car approaching in the distance, and I ran out into the middle of the street, waving my arms like a lunatic. The car tried to avoid me, but I wouldn't let it. They were forced to stop, and I yelled at them to help me before they came back. Once I told them that I was kidnapped by the man who was driving that Ford Explorer, the driver agreed to give me a lift. Not to the police station or anything, but to my house. I made it back safely where I couldn't thank the driver enough. I immediately woke up my parents and told them. My dad wanted to know if I got his tag number, and then I felt like punching myself in the face. I failed to get the simplest information from the guy that would have allowed me to actually properly report him. All I knew was that he drove a faded blue '99 Ford Explorer. I made sure to give Alex a piece of my mind, and part of me always held a grudge against him ever since just for abandoning me at a party without telling me. I haven't seen him in 4 years now, however, and this was actually the first time I even thought about this incident for almost a year now. As time goes on, even the worst of memories may start to fade. But after writing this to share with the internet, it's once again fresh in my mind.
Is that the end? Oh, now I'm gonna have to end.
It was a typical boring day in calculus, only it was Friday, 7th period, meaning the week was almost over, and